not really a boxing topic. We can connect it to boxing, of course, because that's how we do it, of course. SEC football, which Gary can explain all of what that means to our UK audience, is leaving CBS after 2023 and likely for ESPN and ABC. Gary, thoughts? Well, first off, sort of set the table here for people that don't know what this is, what SEC football is, all that fun stuff. So, Gary, explain what this is first, and then we'll talk about ramifications.
So probably in America, the biggest sports league besides the NFL is college football. Okay. Then there's 5 power conferences in college football, right? So like where Matt lives is the Pac-12. I'm old. I still want to call it the Pac-10. Where I live, it's the Big 12. And then you got the Big 10 in the Midwest. And then the SEC is the Southeast. And then the ACC is kind of like Mid-America coast. The SEC by far is where Alabama, Florida, LSU, all the big schools that have won national championships for the most part have come from the SEC. The SEC championship game is usually the second highest rated game all year behind only the national championship game. That is the bread and butter, the nuts and bolts of college football is that division. It leaving CBS CBS still has the NFL. So I don't think they're going to be leaving sports, but this is a massive hit. It's like half of what they have. They have AFC football on Sunday and SEC football on Saturday, and that's basically as much as they have for sports. So this is going to take a massive hit as far as, and SEC has been with CBS for as long as I can remember, right? The 2:00 game in the afternoon, my time, Central Time, has always been on CBS, 2:00 SEC football. I don't know if CBS is going to try to make a play for one of the other conferences, but this is going to massively hit their sports budget. I don't know if that trickles down to boxing. I don't, because
here's the angle I'm taking with this. Okay, in the age of where Gary, we've talked about this a lot, and maybe go yell at your kids because I hear them fighting in the background. That we are in this arms race for content, right, and rights to sports rights overall. And in the boxing world, we've usually had the context of like ESPN, ESPN Plus, and DAZN. What are these conglomerates going to pick up here? If we have it, looks like ESPN, ABC picking up the SEC football conference. Massive get for them. Let's be honest. Massive subscriber gain for ESPN Plus if they put games on ESPN Plus. Let's be honest. Is this another huge miss by DAZN? Like, I don't know if DAZN bid on this yet, or if they did at all. But even if they didn't, that's a huge miss for them. Like, in the context of us always talking about DAZN getting content in the North American market, specifically the U.S. market, was this another huge content subscriber gain and boost they should have got and they missed and they gave it up to ESPN and ABC?
100%. I wouldn't even think in DAZN, but if that's a game changer. If you can get SEC football, right? Like, so SEC football is in smaller southern cities like Gainesville, Florida, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Knoxville, Tennessee. They don't have professional sports, right? They have college football. You could have got a massive amount of subscribers because that's the only game in town. Like, if you live in Alabama, the only game that matters is Auburn, Alabama. Nothing else matters until Alabama gets the national championship game.
Like, for those that are listening, imagine a niche market of like ravenous fans, but that niche market has like 150 million people. Right? Like, it's a massive market that's regionalized that you can really tap into, that obviously ESPN is probably going to tap into, and I'm assuming ESPN Plus is going to tap into. And connecting to DAZN bidding for the Champions League rights in the UK, not getting it, losing it, I think to, was it, I'm trying to remember who won it. I think it was BT. I could be wrong about that. But, I mean, is this a sign that moving forward in the next few years, DAZN has not gotten the necessary rights to really compete at the highest level in certain markets?
They're not, and they're going to continue to get outbid because look what they're competing against, right? Like, and I know DAZN's got a lot of money, but look what they're competing. They can't outbid these people. So it just depends how bad ABC and the other conglomerates want things, right? Like, if CBS really wanted to outbid DAZN for something, they could. right? And then ABC and NBC can likely outbid CBS. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're bidding over your head, right? Like, I mean, you can afford. It's like millionaires trying to compete with billionaires. It's like, I understand you have a lot of money, but not like these people have. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chris Rock makes a joke. Shaquille O'Neal's got a lot of money. Yeah, he does. The owner who signs his check goes, "Here, buy yourself a bouncing car shack." That guy really has a lot of money, right? Like, there's differences between.
There's levels to this game.
There's levels to this game.
And even though like Len Blavatnik, huge billionaire mogul in the U.S. and over the world, I mean, definitely got his empire from the downfall of the Soviet Union. But hey, it is what it is. Definitely some shady shit happening there. But digressing from that point, even though he's one of the most wealthiest man alive, he's not Disney. Sorry. And Disney owns ABC, owns ESPN. Can you compete with Mickey Mouse? Sorry, Len. Sorry, Lenny. Mickey's got your number here. And the SEC was a like you said, it was a potential to get so many subscribers and possibly more realistic sort of option than NFL rights or NBA rights. Let's be honest. It was, I think, a 300. CBS had a bid of 300 million that did not get accepted. Phrasing probably wrong there. So in theory, let's say if DAZN offered up 500 million per year for SEC rights, that would be massive. How much money they can make, how many subscribers they can have almost overnight too.
It's college football, so there's a younger demographic than boxing. You're going to keep those guys. You know, they're going to know about it. It's not like boxing fans who are older who are like, what is this DAZN thing? How do I do this? Right? Like,
what's this DAZN thing? What's DAZN?
DAZN. You know, my suggestion, my advice to DAZN was go up the college football. Now there's 4 other major conferences.
Pac-12, like you said.
One of them. I mean, it's a consolation prize because the SEC is the best game in town.
Pac-12 would be huge, though.
Yeah, go try the Pac-12.
That's right. That's right. Because you get markets like LA, markets like San Francisco, San Diego that are going to be potential subscribers to this that follow the Pac-12.
All towns like where you're from in Eugene and where they're have the professional.
Or I went to school. I went to Corvallis, Oregon.
Yeah.
Oregon State Beavers. I mean, that's a 60,000, 80,000 person stadium there. That entire college runs the state. Same with University of Oregon. Those two universities and colleges produce more money and more attendance and more visibility to the state of Oregon than anything else. And I can probably even guarantee you it provides more business and viewership to Oregon sports than the NBA team in Oregon. I might be on a limb there, but I feel like that's a safe.
I like the Portland Trailblazers. I have no idea if that's.
I don't know if it's true, but I mean, University of Oregon, the Ducks. I mean, they're one of the biggest teams in the country. Period.
The Trailblazers. I mean, yeah, no, you gotta be right. Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm probably right about that, right? Like, there's still, like you said, there's still options for DAZN to get college football rights because just one conference that they're not going to get now, but they're losing the biggest conference to their, let's be honest, their biggest competitor in the U.S. market, which is ESPN Plus and ESPN. That's a massive loss for them. It just is.
You can't look at it like that. You just got to go again. I think the Pac-12.
No, they can't look at it that way. Yeah. I'm looking at it that way.
Obviously, they got okay. If we get the Pac-12, that's a massive win. That's a ton of subscribers. It is. So let's go get the Pac-12. The USC plays in the Pac-12. USC is one of the biggest brands in college sports. Period. It might be the biggest in college football behind Notre Dame. Like that is a huge brand.
Yep, and in the LA market. I mean, everyone in LA is either UCLA or USC fan. Massive market.
And UCLA football is trash.
So bad. But again, so is like USC most of the time nowadays, for being honest about it.
They bounced back, which was disappointing because this was the year they were supposed to fire their coach. Now it looks like that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, but they fired the AD, so it's okay.
That's even better. Shout
out to the whole college admission scandal. Great shit there. Alex in the chat saying Amazon Prime sort of mentioning that as a possible contender in this arms race. Absolutely. I think Amazon Prime has I'm trying to remember. I want to say they have some sort of rights to in the BT Champions League deal. Amazon was a part of that in some way. I want to say, like, Amazon is getting into sports. I know that for sure. I forget where exactly they have now some sporting rights, but I think they do have some sporting rights in some big markets, whether it's the US, UK, whatever it is. I do believe Amazon Prime is 100% getting into sports, and it's Amazon.